inspiration.
Tonight, if I'm lucky, then you're going to dance with me. You know why? Because I think I'm fun. I think I'm fun. And when it comes down to, the more silly that you can be, and the more comfortable you can be with yourself, where it just doesn't care how you walk, it doesn't matter what you look like. Because I know we all came here looking presentable, but once you come through the threshold, don't worry about, just stuff. If I have to pull my pants up, because on video, I notice I do look a little bit different than what I was expecting. Shane, the video being up front here is really hard, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because then what you start thinking about is you go, oh, I look like that, and the next thing is, why am I doing this? I'm not doing this for me. I'm really here to be able to lift you, so that you feel like you're coming into a home, that you're welcome. That is what my vibe is. I'm so earthy. I was always called earthy. And as a CPA, there was one partner that would come around saying, Rhonda, you're so earthy, so earthy. And it made me upset because I didn't know what that meant. Now I appreciate when people say that. I'm easy to come into a room. I want you to come say hello. I want you to feel like this is family. Because when you go out networking, usually you're all with entrepreneurs. We all think alike, like, oh my gosh, this is so scary because I have to go meet some people. But then you get comfortable with it when you start really getting the vibe of it. So that's what this night is about. Enjoying yourself, looking at everybody and saying, hey, you're a new face, what's going on? Lucas has recorded 4 CDs of his original music and produced his rock musical, Prime, which is currently in development as a TV miniseries, 2 4-star reviews, and 18 sold-out performances in LA and New York City. Lucas Roy Lehman, come on up.
Hi, I'm LucasRoyLehman.com. I've recently published a book called The 7 Principles of Sex and Money and Power, and this is really based on the brain science, the neuroscience of how we bring about positive change in our life. Many of you might be familiar with the famous Albert Einstein quote that we can't solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them. The question is, what does that really mean, and how do we raise our level of thinking? I believe that raising that's imagination, that's creativity, that's how do we shift the level of brain functioning. If we're in fear, we're not going to solve our problems from a place of fear. So my book and my coaching is really all about how do we shift the being of who we are showing up for our lives, because that's how we create our own reality. And my book has the 7 principles and a system of how you can very easily begin to make subtle, sustainable shifts in your life to be able to manifest your desires with ease. So again, principle number 1, plasticity, particularly neuroplasticity. And if we want to bring more manifestation of our desires with ease, who we are showing up as is going to be the fundamental thing. The world's the same. We do create our own reality, and particularly in terms of who we are showing up. So how flexible our brain is to be able to find new ideas and create new ideas is going to be the first piece. So I want to go to principle number 3, which I refer to as prosperity. Oftentimes people are pretty much focused on that most of all in our culture. For most people think prosperity means money. And more money. And I think of it in a broader sense than that. I think of true prosperity as being a combination of financial prosperity and what I call physical prosperity, and then also sexual prosperity, which includes creativity, emotional resourcefulness and our sexual energy, whether that's used for sex or creativity or what have you. And what happens is a lot of times people put their physical health and I'll call their sexual prosperity on the back burner. They'll say, oh, I don't have time to work out because I gotta try to make more money, or I don't have time to work on my relationship because I have to make more money. And if you think of prosperity, like I'm saying, in this true prosperity as, again, a mathematical equation, that true prosperity equals financial prosperity times physical prosperity times sexual prosperity. If your financial prosperity doubled, but your physical health depreciated by 1/4 and your sexual prosperity depreciated by 1/4, you actually are flatlining in your life. And prosperity is a feeling of expansion. If we're not growing, we're dying. And so I think as a culture, we're dying. If you think of that our economics is mostly flatlining, but certainly our health is going down, and our sexual and emotional health is going down. We've got this huge imbalance. And the opportunity here is that actually if you want to make more money, there's an opportunity to actually work on things that don't cost any money to increase the level of energy that you have in your life. That's actually where my specialty is. There are a lot of coaches out there who say, you're going to do this marketing thing and this marketing thing. Ever notice how that doesn't work? Anyone signed up for marketing programs and then like at the end of the day, you're still just making as much money as you did before? And that's because your true prosperity is kind of like a three-dimensional balloon. And if you're only trying to work one dimension, you don't actually have the energy to manifest your desires with ease.
Writing with Teresa was a gift today. She listens, very in tune, and she has insightful things. So come on over, Teresa Campos.
Hi, I'm Teresa Campos, and my book is Braving the South, The Journey of a Spiritual Warrior. I work with women who know that they are here to live a deeper purpose in their life, but are struggling to align with that purpose. I help them brave the changes that they know they need to make, align with their deeper purpose, and come into a new way of being in the world. And so the only way I was able to protect myself is to just put a shield up and be invulnerable and not let anybody know what I was feeling. And not let anybody know that my feelings got hurt, and when I fell in the play yard because somebody rolled the ball in front of me and made me trip just to watch me fall, that I would not cry. And I didn't cry. So it was that as I got older and my sister and I would play, because my sister was able to, and because I did create this shield and this hardness about myself and never showing my emotion, it's like I turned into a bully. And I wouldn't bully other children, I just bullied my sister. And so that was my way of protecting myself, is that if I can walk into a room and be strong and not let anybody see that I'm really having like some moment here, that I would be okay.
Move, breathe, center, manifestation. Come on in, my friend.
Hello, my name is Nicole Diavola, and I'm the author and creator of the 2-Minute Yoga Solution, fast and easy stress and back pain relief for anyone at any time. One of the things that we talked about tonight is I encourage you to reach for your dreams, to take a really big goal And then take little steps to get there. Because if we just make a little goal, we can make a leap and we can get there. But when our goal's way up there and we try to take that leap, we fall in the water, in the mud, in the sand, in the dirt. So that's part of the idea of the 2-minute yoga, is that we want to have step-by-step, simple, easy ways to get to that big goal with as few falls as possible. Life has its ups and downs, so there's a lot of wisdom in this book, a lot of coaching that I do to really support people in taking that first little step and then the next till you get to your dream. One of the other things that, again, often when we visualize, and that's one of the things Rhonda's asking us all here, is like, let's play bigger. Let's have our dream and step into it and not be afraid of it. Let's visualize something. Let's stand for something. We're all being called to that. And whether that's something, for each person, it's very individual. It might be moving into relationships that support us. It might be moving into something higher level with our business. It can mean very many things. And what's big for one person is just not on the radar. Somebody else is working on something else, and they're feeling their own personal challenge, right? So we're being asked to step forward, to be brave. I think even somebody said to be more brave. So the bigger our dream, I believe, the smaller the step we need to take. So if our goal is kind of this big, well, we might be able to learn and get a technique of how to jump right and just jump right there and be there. But if our goal is this big, and our dream is this big, which we're encouraging you to have, and you jump with the best technique, that's sort of like those marketing programs you were telling us about, right? They give you all the techniques and, you know, the how-to, so then you jump and you've got that great technique, you land in the water, you fall in the ground, and, you brush yourself up. So when that goal is bigger, we need to navigate the stones in that creek, right? And we need to take those little steps one by one. And that's where the 2-minute yoga solution, it came about for a couple of different ways, and so I tell different stories each time. But it's a lot about taking those little steps. Because I've had people who say to me, I don't have time for yoga. And back when I started yoga, a class was usually an hour and a half to 2 hours. Now they're like an hour, and people don't have time for that hour.
Something that Dr. Beth says that is speaking, when you're speaking as a child and living in the child state, to being a teenager and saying, come on, whatever, who cares, you're not cool, kind of an attitude, to really being the divine self. And the way she explains it is so awesome and fun. She's also a singer, which she did not bring her guitar. Oh, no way. All right. So welcome in, Dr. Beth. Let's get to know you more.
Hi, I'm drbeth.com and just finished the Fresh Inspirations presentation. What fun. It was an honor to share the stage with some superstars. And I talked about my music tonight and actually sang one of my songs for the first time, Feel It. And my concept that I teach is feel those feelings, name them out so you don't act it out on somebody's head. So the concept here is to have a ton of self-love and compassion, to express yourself. And I came in my PJs tonight being exactly who I am, being my authentic self, and that's what I'm teaching. Talking about my little precious angel, divine child, because she is perfect just as she is in every given moment. And my question to the audience was, do you love and accept yourself exactly as you are in every given moment? So I have a process that I teach. It's called Own Your Story and Uplift Your Life. And I am offering that as a special. If you want to find out what your story is, give me a call at, you can find me at Dr. Beth at drbeth.com. You can download my book for free. It's called Embracing Defiance, helping your child express their unique voice while keeping your sanity. drbeth.com. So, in the middle of this journey, I've gone to all these different people and all these different coaches, and I'm still down in the pot, in the pile. And one of them said, Dr. Beth, what would you do? And I said, well, first of all, don't believe my BS. Second of all, and I just started giving her, she said, you realize you are talking to your coach, right? You're like giving me all your answers to, I'm like, yes. And when I call people, like, could you Dr. Beth me? And they're like, I don't know. I did this with my college roommate. Can you Dr. Beth me? I don't know. So what I do is I fall in love with what is. I take myself where I am and I fall madly. You guys do this with me. You can also do this. But really, feel your skin. Feel yourself holding yourself. How does that feel? And this is what I have been doing. Like I get my pillows all around me and I get in a little bitty tiny ball and I just go, ah, and just like playing the pillows. In having fun in complete breakdown. Having fun in this Melevhes. So I'm now on my way out, and where I am is I see myself as this little character right here. This is Dudawaka. He's one of my characters. And Dudawaka is an old grandfather. Dudawaka is now in a cocoon turning to mush, getting soupified as we speak. Moi, getting soupified. Don't know where it's going to end up, don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to use my 15, 20 years of all my stuff, and I'm going to keep pulling myself out. And what will emerge is Beetleo. And Beetleo is my butterfly.
And this is an interesting story. She's going to talk about this a little bit. Diana Nash. All the things mommy didn't tell me. A piece of man is better than no man at all. So let's welcome Diana Nash.
My name is Diana Nash. My newest book is called A Piece of Man is Better Than No Man at All the Things that My Mama Didn't Tell Me. I'm the CEO and founder of Talk It Out Relationship Education Services. I have been doing this for the last 10 years, coaching singles and couples with their presenting problems. I invite you to purchase this book because it tells a little bit about my story, my unhealthy relationships. But yet, if you're looking for best qualities in an individual for your next relationship, this is the book for you. If you are married, it's going to help you appreciate all the good gifts that your spouse has to offer to you now. So all of my signs, but I was still desperate to be what society says is right in that relationship. Fast forward a little bit, jumped into a marriage with that man. I was married for 8 months. I had a honeymoon of 30 days. The rest of that was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, alcoholism crash course 101. I mean, we went through all the cycle, the love cycle, the intimate cycles, I hate you cycles, the love you cycles, the fist fights. I said, I'm so freaking tired. I don't know what to do. Go back to mama. Baby, a piece of man is better than no man at all. You have a house, you have a car, you got money, you got this, you got that. Dang, Mom. Jesus. Well, Mom dies. She goes to heaven. I'm back on the sofa again. He tells me this. My psychiatrist says, Diana, imagine you climbing some steps and you're at the bottom. No, they're at the bottom and you're at the top. He said, now what would you do? And I said, I'll try to help. He said, Diana, look at that again. And I looked, I said, am I not supposed to help? He said, are you asking me a question? And I said, okay, well, I won't help. I won't help. And he said, that's your freaking problem. You've been helping all your life and you've been failing because you've been trying to help other people. Take care of you. Take care of you. He says, I'm going to give you something. I said, okay, what's that? So he gives me this. He gives me a card. He said, don't be aced anymore. He said, you know what healthy is. You are an enabler and you will help to your detriment. Don't be aced again. I got it. Enjoying life. Cancer hits. Wow, where did that come from? The doctor says to me, have you been stressed? Have I been stressed? I've been stressed with relationships all my life. Yes, I've been stressed. So I come up here 2 times. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, stage 4. Colon cancer, breast cancer. And now I need a relationship for myself. It taught me to love me. So I guess my question to you guys tonight is, do you really know what healthy is? My healthy was invisibly unhealthy. Are you in an invisible, healthy, unhealthy relationship? Or are you in a healthy relationship?
Isn't it wonderful to meet somebody that's had cancer twice, stage 4, thinking that she is basically, it's over. So think about, as you're leaving here tonight, the things that you've learned. What are some of the things and the transformation that you have from the time you walked in to a lot of these interesting stories? Think about your story. Think about what stopped you. Think about the nuggets that you've learned tonight, because it's going to just grow. It's little seeds that get in there, and it gives you an opportunity to wake up tomorrow and feel precious, feel loved.